Welcome to Writer's Workshop. So for today, we're going to talk about the way that writers do their job. And writers share stories and information three different ways. The first way that writers share their stories and give information is they use their spoken words. Sharing stories out loud is using oral language to tell stories. If you go to church and you listen to a preacher, a lot of times they'll tell stories, and that is one way that they are sharing information. Writers also use pictures, and you may have done a lot of this in the last few years or over the summer. I used to like to do it, and I still like to do it. Just sit and drawing pictures to share your story, to tell a story. And you can give that picture to someone, and they can look at it, and they can automatically see that there's a story there. And depending on all the details you add, your story may have a lot of information in it. So that's another way that writers share information and their story, is they draw pictures. And finally, writers use written words and sentences to tell their stories. And that is probably the most common way that you think of someone as a writer. You think, well, if I'm going to write, I have to be able to write sentences, and I have to be able to draw pictures. But mainly I've got to be able to fill a book with words. But did you know that writers also sometimes just tell a story orally? So today we're just going to think about a story. I want you to think about a story. It could be something that's happened to you or something that you just make up. And I want you to tell me a story. And I want you to send it to me. I love to tell stories. It's one of my favorite things to do. And when you come back to class, you'll get to hear me telling a lot of stories. It's just one of my favorite things to do because I enjoy sharing things that have happened and watching how people react to that. And that's the whole point of being a writer. It's sharing something that you've experienced or something in your imagination with someone else so that they can experience that. And sometimes they experience it with joy or sometimes sadness, but it creates a reaction in them, and that's the point of sharing your story. So I want you to be a writer today, and I want you to tell me a story. You're going to have to record your story, and you're going to have to send it to me. So it doesn't have to be a long story. It can be just a minute or so, but you make up a story. You have someone in your family record you and send that story to me. I want to hear what you have to write today. So we're sharing oral stories for our writer's workshop today. Look forward to hearing from you.